one of the biggest concepts that is something that I believe when people disagree with me often is that financial freedom is a fraud concept. When people say you got to learn to be financially free, you have to save so much money so that one day you're going to be secured. So you save money in the mutual funds. I mean, you should save. I'm not saying you shouldn't. But I'm saying the concept of financial freedom is a fraud. It's actually, in my language, I call it FSG, financial slavery goal. It keeps you a slave of finance rather than freedom. So to explain that as an example, somebody who has financial freedom goal, FFG, if you go to them there and ask them, what's your financial freedom goal? So they will give you an answer example like, I have made a plan with my financial investor, my advisor, and he said in the next 10 years, you're going to have to save so much money from your salary or your business. And in the next 10 years, when you have $1 million or a couple of $1 million or whatever is that number in your bank account, which is invested into mutual funds or stocks or assets or gold and stuff like that. And when that gives you passive income at 7%, 6% per annum of so many rupees every month, which is 5 lakhs a month or 10 lakhs a month, then I am financially free for the rest of my life, because then I don't have to work for money after that time. Then I work because I love to work. That's bullshit. Because what the person is already saying is, after 10 years, I'll be financially free.
Exactly.
But what have you already subconsciously told yourself? What's the opposite of freedom? What do you think?
The opposite of freedom. You are trapped. You are, you are a slave.
That's the word, slave. So until my subconscious believes that I'm going to be free after 10 years, my subconscious believes I am a slave now.
Oh.
And how does a slave feel about life?
Oh.
How does a slave feel about everyday work? How does a slave feel? Like if you're in the jail, how would you feel about having love? How would you feel about one day you're going to get out of this jail and then one day you're going to have a coconut juice at the beach, for the lack of not using alcoholic words. But you may have all those fantasies sitting in the jail, but how do you feel in the jail? That's how people feel the next 10 years. All 10 years. They feel like they're in the jail. And they say things like, when will this work stop?
Exactly.
I want to get rid of this work one day. When will these responsibilities be over? Like, when will my kids grow up? When will I finish all these responsibilities? And then one day I'll have so much money that I don't have to do all this.
Yeah.
I can just sit at home and this can just happen on its own. So this is a victim's language. So that's why I say it's a fraud, because in law of attraction, we are saying what I feel is what I attract. So if I feel like a slave every single day, what am I going to attract in the next 10 years? Am I going to attract abundance? No matter how much planning I have done, I won't. That's why it's a fraud concept.